Guys, welcome back to Maths with Arjun channel. In the previous video we have covered till the associative property of the integers. In this video we will cover the associative property of rational numbers as well as solve some other problems and take the concept further. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. So now let's solve rational numbers with associative property. So let us start with the addition mathematical operation. So let us add three rational numbers 2 by 3, 3 by 6 and minus 5 by 9 in a way that 2 by 3 plus in bracket 3 by 6 plus of minus of 5 by 9. On taking the LCM and solving the numerator and denominator, we get the result as 11 by 18. Now solving the same numbers in a different manner in a way that 2 by 3 plus 3 by 6 in bracket plus of minus 5 by 9. And on solving this, the numerator and denominator and taking the LCM, we again get the result as 11 by 18. From here we can clearly see that a plus of b plus c in bracket is equal to a plus b in bracket plus of c. From here we can clearly see that the associative property holds true in case of addition of rational numbers. Now let us see how it behaves in case of subtraction. Let us consider three rational numbers 2 by 3, minus 1 by 6 and 5 by 12 and subtract it in a way that 2 by 3 minus in bracket minus 1 by 6 minus 5 by 12. On taking the LCM and solving the equation, we get the result as 15 by 12. Now solving the same subtraction in a different manner as 2 by 3 minus of minus 1 by 6 in bracket minus of 5 by 12. On solving the LCM and solving the numerator and denominator, we get the result as 5 by 12. From here we can clearly see that a minus of b minus c in bracket is not equal to a minus of b in bracket minus of c. So we can clearly see that it is non-associative in case of subtraction of rational numbers. Now let us see how it behaves in case of multiplicational mathematical operation. Let us multiply three rational numbers 2 by 3, 3 by 4 and 4 by 9. On multiplying and solving and cutting and making it reducible, we get the result as 2 by 9. Now solving the same thing in a different way as 2 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 4 in bracket multiplied by 4 by 9, we again get the result as 2 by 9. From here we can clearly see that a multiplied by b multiplied by c in bracket comes out to be equal to a multiplied by b in bracket multiplied by c. So from here we can clearly say that the associative property holds true in case of multiplication of rational numbers. Let's see how it behaves in case of division. Now in case of division mathematical operation, let us divide the numbers as 2 by 3 divided by in bracket 3 by 8 divided by 9 by 2. On solving this we get the result as 8. Now performing the same operation in a different way as 2 by 3 divided by 3 by 8 in bracket divided by 9 by 2. On solving this we get the result as 32 by 81. From here we can clearly see that a divided by b divided by c in bracket is not equal to a divided by b in bracket divided by c. So the associative property does not hold true in case of division of rational numbers. Now coming to the conclusion, associativity of rational numbers holds true only in case of addition as well as multiplication, but does not hold true in case of subtraction and division. Now let us consider an example and see how we can apply these properties and perform the operation on it. Now taking the example as 3 by 7 plus in bracket minus 6 by 11 plus in bracket minus 8 by 21 plus 5 by 22. We have to solve this addition using the property. I will show you the sum in a two ways. First by without using property and secondly by using the property. So first of all, without using the property, first we have to take the LCM of 7, 11, 21 and 22, which I have shown on the right hand side of the screen. You can see it, and the LCM comes out to be 462. Now taking the LCM and multiplying the numerator and denominator with the respective numerators and denominators, we get the sum as minus 125 by 462. Now we can use the property which we have studied as a plus b equal to b plus a in case of rational numbers. Now using the same property, we are shifting minus 8 by 21 towards the left hand side and minus 6 by 11 towards the right hand side. We can clearly see that the denominators are multiples of each other, that is 7 and 21 and 11 and 22, which makes it easy for taking the LCM as well as calculation. That's also why we have done this. Now taking the LCM of 7 and 21, which comes out to be equal to 21, and solving the numerator, and taking the LCM of 11 and 22, which comes out to be equal to 22, and solving the numerator and solving the complete sum, we again come out to be the same answer as minus 125 by 462. From here we can clearly see that the solution second is more easy to solve and is more feasible and less lengthy to solve. With practice you will get to know which property to employ, and we can clearly see from here the denominators are quite multiples of each other, so it would be easy to solve. Now let us take another example and solve the sum. Now solving the sum, first of all without using any property and directly solving the multiplication, that is minus 4 by 5 multiplied by 3 by 7 multiplied by 15 by 16 multiplied by minus of 14 by 9. We get the result as 1 by 2. Now solving it using the property of multiplication of rational numbers, that is a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a, which was closure property of rational numbers. Now we can clearly see here that the number minus 4 by 5 and the number 15 by 16 are the multiples of 4 and 5, so we can clearly cut them and reduce it into smaller numbers. Similarly 3 by 7 and minus 14 by 9, the numerator and denominator, we are able to reduce them and cut it with the tables. That's why we have used the property, and the result same comes out to be 1 by 2. So in this example as well as previous example, solution 2 is more easy to understand and apply using property and easily to solve and takes less time. Now coming to the another property of numbers, which is additive identity. Now additive identity is 0. Let's see how it behaves. 0 is called as additive identity as if we add any kind of number, we get the result as the number itself. Let us understand it more clearly with the help of examples. Now if we add 0 plus 2, we again get the result as 2. Now if we add 0 plus 7, we get the result as 7, which were whole numbers as well as natural numbers respectively. Now if we add 0 to an integer, let's see if it comes out to be integer or not. If we add 0 plus of -8, again we get -8, that is the number itself, also in case of integers. Now if we add 0 plus a rational number, for example -7 by 11, we again get a rational number -7 by 11. So if someone asks you which number is additive identity, you have to tell that 0 is the additive identity. Now there is another identity that is called as multiplicative identity. Now multiplicative identity is 1. Now let's see how it is multiplicative identity. 1 is called as multiplicative identity as if we multiply 1 with any kind of number, result is the number itself. Like we have seen in the additive identity, if we add 0 to any number, the number itself comes out as the result. Let us consider an examples and see more it clearly. So if we multiply 1 multiplied by 2, we get 2 as the number itself, which is a whole number. Now if we multiply 1 multiplied by a natural number, that is 7, we get again the result 7. Similarly, if we multiply 1 with the rational number -4 by 5, again we get -4 by 5, which is again a rational number. So if someone asks what is multiplicative identity, you have to take number 1 is the multiplicative identity. Now let us consider another concept, that is negative of a number or the additive inverse. So what is the negative of a number? Negative of number is a number which when added to the given number gives the result as 0. So if we are given 2 by 3 as the number and we were asked find the additive inverse of that or the negative of 2 by 3, we have to add that number such that the result comes out to be 0. So we add 2 by 3 plus of -2 by 3. So the additive inverse of 2 by 3 comes out to be -2 by 3 such that the sum comes out to be equal to 0. Similarly, let us consider another example, that is -5 by 12. On adding -5 by 12 with plus of 5 by 12, again we get the sum as equal to 0. So the additive inverse or negative of -5 by 12 comes out to be +5 by 12. So we can tell that in general for a number a by b, minus a by b is the additive inverse of a number a by b and vice versa. Now let us take another concept, that is reciprocal of a number. Now reciprocal is called as the reverse of a number. That is numerator becomes denominator and denominators becomes numerator. Let us consider it and make it more clear with an example. For example, we were asked what is the reciprocal of 2 by 3. So the reciprocal of 2 by 3 would be that number such that 2 by 3 multiplied by that number should be equal to 1, which comes out to be equal to 3 by 2. So reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. In general, for any number a by b, reciprocal will be b by a, such that A by B multiplied by B by A comes out to be equal to 1. Now there is an interesting fact here. If we multiply 0 with the reciprocal, what we would get? We would get 1 by 0 as the reciprocal of 0, which is not defined, as I have discussed in the previous videos, that 1 by 0 is not any kind of number. It does not exist. It's a hypothetical concept. So if someone asks which number has 0 or no reciprocal, then number 0 has no reciprocal or 0 reciprocals. Now let us see another concept, that is distributivity of multiplication over addition of rational numbers. So let us consider three rational numbers, that is minus 3 by 4, comma 2 by 3 and minus 5 by 6. Now let us multiply these three rational numbers in a way that minus 3 by 4 in bracket 2 by 3 multiplied by minus of 5 by 6. On solving this, we get the result as 1 by 8. Now if we solve the multiplication in a different way, such that first we multiply minus 3 by 4 with just 2 by 3 and minus 3 by 4 with just minus 5 by 6, and then multiply the two results and see how it behaves. Now if we multiply minus 3 by 4 multiplied by 2 by 3, we get the result as minus 1 by 2. And if we multiply minus 3 by 4 multiplied by minus of 5 by 6, we get the result as 5 by 8. Now on adding these numbers, that is minus 1 by 2 and 5 by 8, and taking the LCM, again we get the result as 1 by 8. So from here we can clearly see that minus of 3 by 4 multiplied by 2 by 3 plus bracket of minus 5 by 6 bracket close is equal to minus 3 by 4 multiplied by 2 by 3 bracket plus minus 3 by 4 multiplied by minus 5 by 6. This is very important property, and we will see solving sums using this property in the later section. So we can say that in general the distributivity of rational numbers over addition and subtraction is A of B plus C in bracket is equal to AB plus AC, and A of B minus C in bracket is equal to AB minus AC. So today we will keep the lecture till now. I hope you would have understand the lectures. Tomorrow we will solve the sums using the property which we have studied, as well as the properties which we have studied today. So if you have understood well, kindly keep revising the previous videos as well as today's concept to be able to retain more and more. And if you like the videos and the concept I have taught, kindly like, share and subscribe the channel as well as videos. Okay, thank you so much.